Hello, my dear friends. Friends, I am Jyotirvid Pavan Kumar. Friends, yesterday I made a video on the ongoing war between Russia and Ukraine. And in that video, I mentioned that in one of his books, Lobsang Rampa has written that there will be a war which will go on, and then probably intelligent beings from outer space, whom the world knows as aliens, they may have to come and interfere and stop this war. Now, that was based upon what Lobsang Rampa has written in one of his books. He mentioned that there will be a war, many nations will be involved in it, and it will go on, and then people from outer space may have to come and stop this war. Now, in that video, I also mentioned that there are two reasons why people from outer space may have to come here. First is they do not want that nuclear weapons should be used, and at present there is a threat that Russia or US may use nuclear weapons, right? Because those intelligent beings from outer space, they have kept this earth as a testing place, developing place for the races, not only humans but other species as well. So they do not want that humans should resort to nuclear weapons, because nuclear weapons, they cause very long-term destruction of the environment, right? And the other reason for them to come and interfere, as mentioned by Lobsang Rampa, is that they do not like spread of communism. Communism is, the principles of communism are against nature. That is why communist governance never succeeded anywhere. In China, in Russia, you see, it ended up in dictatorship. So they do not want that once again communism should spread. And when I was mentioning that, again based upon what Lobsang Rampa has written in one of his books, Sir Winston Churchill, who was Prime Minister of England when there was war between England and Germany at the time of Hitler, Sir Winston Churchill's efforts prevented spread of communism in Europe. So Winston Churchill did a great job by saving Europe from falling under the clutches of communism, right? So Winston Churchill was spotted, again as written by Lobsang Rampa, on a high dimension, fifth dimension in heaven. In that video, by mistake, I mentioned that Winston Churchill was on Patra, not on Patra, but still on a heavenly field in the fifth dimension, right? Now, after seeing that video, one of the viewers, let me not mention his name, he may not like it, that it is wrong. You are praising Winston Churchill, he was not a good person. Then that person pointed to me that you are an old person and people respect you because of your age, so you should not say like this, these things, wrong things. Well, my dear friends, it was not my idea. I was not just dreaming about it. It is as mentioned by the great Tibetan Lama Lobsang Rampa, who knows better. He was an enlightened person. He could go to any dimension. Yes, there was just one mistake I made in that video. I mentioned that Winston Churchill was on Patra, one of the highest heavens. Not on Patra, but he was spotted still in a heavenly field on the fifth dimension. Again a heaven, of course, there are many heavens, right? Now, see, that person got upset. He said that Winston Churchill was not a good person. Now, in that regard, I would like to say that people on this earth cannot understand how people are judged in the astral plane by higher divine beings, how people are judged. A person may have done many mistakes, but if that person has done something which saved humanity in certain ways, which helped humanity to evolve, then that person may be considered a good person, not bad person, right? So how things are judged up there, you cannot decide about that, right? So Winston Churchill did a great job. Now when I was reading about it regarding Winston Churchill in all his books, Lobsang Rampa's books, then I thought, let me in this video tell you what Lobsang Rampa mentioned about Sir Winston Churchill in two of his other books. One book is Chapters of Life. He has mentioned, now we see great leaders like Sir Winston Churchill, Roosevelt and others having their names and their reputation dragged in the mud, but only by the sorry little people who have no abilities of their own and thus obtain a fiendish pleasure by trying to harm those who have abilities. See? And in another book, which is under the title Feeding the Flame by Lobsang Rampa, he has mentioned, you cannot get a great man without some moronic clot trying to say unkind things about him. One of the greatest men of modern times, Sir Winston Churchill, probably saved the world from being under the cloud of communism. Yet, even Sir Winston Churchill had his detractors just because of the spirit of evil which pervades the atmosphere nowadays. See? So Winston Churchill was a great man in the eyes of God, in the eyes of the divine powers. Humans cannot judge humans, right? It is humans are judged by the divine powers up there, right? So I hope this video, in addition to my video of yesterday, will give you some light about the heavenly fields and what may happen soon, that people from intelligent beings from outer space who visit here regularly, and they are spotted presently over Ukraine in their UFOs. They may have to come here directly, interfere and stop this war, which is posing a great threat. Thank you for watching.